All right, good. Well, listen, what we have coming up, again, thank you for that, Tina. What we have coming up next, it's kind of a little bit different. We're taking a small departure from what we normally do with this particular segment in the show, because we're going to talk to a good buddy of ours who is celebrating a milestone birthday today. Yes, you may have guessed, our buddy, our producer, the guy who started this program with Delilah and I 3 seasons ago, Mr. Sean Spencer, turns 40 today, and as such has agreed to come on and be our guest for this segment. So, Sean, make your way in here, my friend. There we are. Where is he? Come on, Sean. You can do it. I know you're back there watching. There he goes. Hey, everybody. How we doing? You there? I can't hear you. You are muted. I cannot hear you.
Okay, Nick. All right,
there
Nick.
We go.
All right. I'm here.
All right, here we go.
Good. Relax.
Very good.
Relax. All right.
Well,
Gracious.
first and foremost, pal, happy birthday, man. 40. That's a big accomplishment. Made it to 40, my man. Happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday. How you feeling today? How's it going? How have you been? What's going on? You hit the big 40. What's going on?
I feel a lot better than I felt the other day. Went out to the bar Sunday night. Needless to say, there's other reasons why I don't feel great, but happened to walk outside, thought I had a little spring in my step, took a step, and the back said, "Welcome to 40." Boom! I dropped
wow. You got hit before you even had a chance to enjoy being 40, bro?
Before. I mean, it had to cater me in. It had to bring me into 40. So I had icy hot on the next couple days on the back. Religiously, where I'm at right now.
The readers, they really feel 40.
Yeah. Exactly. You put them up on the bridge of your nose like this, so you can read stuff. You be like, "What did that say? What's going on? What is it? Excuse me." Okay.
Well, look, you guys have seen, the three of you have seen my phone. It's the Fold, but it's not the Fold because I like fancy phones. It's because I need everything to be expanded so I can see it. My font is huge.
Right. Sure. I get that. Believe me, I get that. Trust me, my eyes are horrible. But again, Sean,
built different.
What's that, Anthony?
These kids built different. I'm still reading small print at 300 meters.
Jeez.
You're my father.
Well, you know what? You're a better man than I then, if you can do that, my friend. I tell you, because I can't read it at 2 meters. Just wait till you're 55. Thank you, Johnny D. But we're not talking to the senior citizens right now, Johnny. Sorry, we love you, buddy, but no cracks about 55, bro. I'm too close to that.
Go easy. Need I remind you? I am a mere about a year and a half away from that milestone, sir.
Oh, you are? Oh man, you're old. Sorry. My bad.
Yeah. I hit 53 earlier this year. Anyway, this ain't about me though.
My bad. No. But look, and then he left. Oh, there he is. Oh, Sean's back. All right, very good. Well, Sean, we did want to take a couple of moments here with you. Obviously, I just want to honestly express my gratitude towards you, pal. You started this with Delilah and I 3 seasons ago, man, and I had no idea where it was going to go, what the hell we were going to do, and how it was going to be. But I'm glad you did, man, because I've had the most fun I've had in the last 4 years doing this show. So appreciate you there. I am going to give everybody an opportunity to say something, but I know that also you threw some videos out here, I think, with some Sean moments, correct? We have some moments here of Sean Spencer on the Roundtable, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
I didn't know. We do. I don't know which one it is.
This is why being live is so great. Because, see, this is what happens, folks. Old man brain, you should probably check these things before you go on the air, but, we just go live, and that's what happens. Anywho, it's okay.
Bookmark. 4215. Clip that right there.
Cut it. We'll just cut that out, and then we'll redo it. No, it's fine.
Age is another thing that goes.
Yeah.
In memory.
Yeah. Who are you telling? Well, I'll tell you what, though. It's funny because we always talk about, thank you, Christopher, for watching as well.
Chris.
Memory, memory is just one of my favorites. Is just the very first show itself, honestly, because you had 3 people who didn't really know each other. I knew Delilah. We had met, years prior. But I didn't really get to know Delilah better until we started doing the show, when we actually started talking a lot more. And obviously, Sean, you and I just met online. And so there wasn't a lot of like, I knew who you were. I knew kind of your love of sports. But I really think like if you guys get an opportunity, go back and just watch the first show. And just watch how it seemed for three people who were totally different backgrounds and totally different, ideologies and all that. But just like, to me, it was such a great thing to just see the three of us talking football, especially when you have a minority black man and two minority Latinos talking sports. To me, it was just a great moment for me. And it's something I'll definitely always remember. And just like I said, to be here starting season 4, even though, Sean, you're not with us full time, but to have, Handy and then Tina join us, Delilah and I are still here holding it down for you. I just really wanted to say thank you, man. And I really appreciate you. I love you, man. I was happy to see you this past weekend here in Chicago. We had way too much fun and you and I talk all the time, so we know what happened. But it was a great weekend. I was happy to see you, my brother. Happy birthday. Love you, man. And I'm going to go somebody else now. So Tina, we'll start with you. Anything you'd like to say to Mr. Spencer on his birthday?
Yeah. Prior to meeting Sean through Kat, I kind of thought like my football stuff was like my little hobby on the side that I talked with my friends at the games and stuff. And Sean and I just happened to sit next to each other, and we just started like shooting the shit back and forth.
Yep.
And he would say something and I'd be like, no, I don't agree with that. And like back and forth. And he's like, I got this show I'm doing.
Yep.
You want to come on? Talk about Wilson because he's coming to the Broncos. And it just snowballed from there. And I want to thank you very much, Sean, because doing this is one of the highlights of my day and my week, because I get to get on with these three people who, again, I didn't know very well, but through the process, I think we make a great team. We can play off each other. We bounce ideas off of each other. And these guys don't mind my crazy antics when I get going on my rants and stuff like that. So,
no, we love those.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And my dad is he just loves this. Like, I send him the videos.
Nice.
He sends them out to everybody accidentally, but he sends them to everybody.
Yeah, accidentally.
So this is just kind of a big thing, and I thank you very, very much.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Handy, how about you?
Yeah,
you got some good, nice messages there from Mr. Sean.
Yeah, so I was doing sports was the last thing. Doing a sports show was the last thing on my brain. I was always the karaoke guy, the comedian, that guy, and I was doing a podcast with an old Army buddy of mine. And who was it that turned you on? Who was it that put us together? Was it Brandon?
BG.
Yeah, a mutual friend of ours that I sang in the band with. Yeah, put us together. I think he told Sean to come my way. He told me to get with Sean or something like that.
No, does that make me crazy? We put up the clip. You saw BG and you said, "That's my boy, BG," and that's how you started watching us. Janae started singing, and it was
right. Because during COVID, the band was doing the band did the neighborhood concert, and they'd use a clip. So I was like, "Yo!" And then we got to chopping it up, and he started watching us, and he's like, "Bruh, you are some kind of special," because the show we were doing really wasn't about anything, and I had a tendency. I used to just go off on Cat. All of a sudden, Cat Williams would show up, and I would just go on a 10-minute rant for no damn reason whatsoever. Boo boo, just talking about nothing. And we was talking about McDonald's French fries, and somehow or another, I was talking about the price of gas in Anchorage, Alaska. And he was like, "Bro, we need some of that. Can you bring some of that energy? Like if I was to get you on the show." And through some careful guidance and several I like to call them OG pep talks, I managed to reel in the personalities and just learn how to let them out and then bring it back in. Because sometimes and he was like, "Hey, why don't you do an SEC show? You love Georgia." And that was how the whole thing got started. And then he was like, hey man, I got a broad base of knowledge. Why don't you do a UGA show? And that's how I brought Colin on board. And now we've got this UGA show. And my boy Colin, even the Colin thing, Colin and I talk. Colin is a guy that doesn't talk unless he doesn't know you. And now I got Colin on. I'll pop a topic. I'll pull a Nick. I go, hey, Stetson Bennett, what you got, Colin? And he'll just, you know. And so now that's where we are, you know. And then of course, I could not let the birthday go by without having Uncle Shay come by and have a little something to say. I'm just getting in from coming in from Colorado. You know, I love Dion. I love Prime. Prime is my boy. Prime is my boy. You know, Prime is a good dude. Prime is a good friend. He always 8 toes down for somebody. You know, but I just wanted to come through and tell you, sir, you're doing good things. You're doing good things, and we appreciate everything you do for the whole Let's Talk Football family. And maybe if you play your cards right, we'll get you to actually come to clubs, Shay, and maybe have you on me and Stephen A. That's that's what we gonna do. Because we always here at Club Shay, we like to do something before something, but we gonna let you dry out first. I saw your little picture with the 40 ounce. I didn't know how that ended.
So I'll tell you how it ended, pal, but we'll talk about that later. Long night.
It was a long night.
Long night.
Andy, what was that thing you did? When you were on the show, the thing that caught my eye was you were on the show with your guy. And he said, so you had said something. He said, that sounded like Ice-T. And then you said, a girl donated herself to the subway system.
Oh, yeah. So you got the whole, in the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses, blah, 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 blah. Dun. Yeah. Cut to the first scene, 38th Street subway station. What we got, Finn? 35-year-old Caucasian female found on the third rail. Bunch of guys ran around the corner, beat her up, took all the money, then threw her on the third rail where she was electrocuted. The ME called that one a shake and bake. Dun, dun.
I love that.
Because Ice-T always give him these corny lines to start the show.
Yeah. He makes them work.
Yeah, and
right. I love
one of the other ones you did was you said, "Oh, young high school girl donates herself to the subway track." I guess she was late for school.
Yeah, guess she was late for school today.
And you're just like, wait, what? Oh God! So I saw that and I was like, yeah. Come on through.
Like it's lemonade. It's lemonade. What's wrong with you people?
That's right.
Don't get me started, man, because then we won't even get to Delilah. Because I got more impersonations I want to do. So no, he wasn't ready. No, but Delilah, say something before
another personality.
Before another one comes out.
Well, you got about 200 of them, so I mean that could happen at any moment, anyways. But
that is the truth.
Anything you'd like to say, Sean, on this particular occasion?
No, I mean, I miss Sean the way you did online. So it was a weird way that happened. So I knew one of the twins. And then one of those twins knows Kevin because we all hung out in the same kind of bars and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then Kevin was going stir crazy and he was like, okay, well, let's do online karaoke. And at that time, Kat got sick. And so this was like an outlet for Sean and Kat to come online and still be around people and stuff like that. And so it was Christina that shared like, hey, so Kev started this online karaoke group, and then Nick, as we learned, can sing. Well, I knew he could sing, but it was a shock to Anthony because he didn't know Nick could sing. But I always knew he could sing.
Oh yeah.
But then what would happen is people would stop singing, and we would just start talking, right? We just start, shooting the shit and stuff, and so then we started talking sports, kind of similar to like with Tina, but this happened online. And then so we started talking about sports, and he's like, "Oh, wow, you guys, And so he's like, "Oh yeah, He started talking about he wanted to do spinoffs because he had his OG show, and he was like, "Oh, I'm like, well, I've never done a podcast, but sure, whatever. I like talking." So it's like, sure, just put a mic in front of my face, And it happened really organically. It was kind of cool because it was a test run. But like, I don't know if y'all know this. So like, I'm a really prepared person, but like Sean would send like outlines.
Bruh, that's true. Oh my
God.
Like broke down everything. Like this is a segment, like that.
Like that, kind of like that, right? You got notes, pages of notes.
So he would outline it on notepad paper, take a picture, send it to us, and then we'd be like, "Oh wow, okay, we're ready." But it kept us ready. So even though that first show was, I like it for nostalgic reasons. I'm not gonna say it was probably wasn't like the first one probably wasn't great, but we were having a good time, and then it got better.
Yes.
And then it got better. And then we did season 2, and then Sean was still on it, but then we started kind of bringing Anthony in because then he introduced us to Anthony, and he would come in on like guest spots. And then, of course, that's how he connected us with Tina, which I thought was funny because I was like, I know the twins, but how have I never run into Tina? Like, it was weird. Like, we kind of circled each other, but never actually ran into each other face to face. So it was just like, so in a roundabout way, we just all kind of like 6 degrees of Sean Spencer. You know how they do like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon? So like, you know, it was like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, it's like 6 degrees through Sean Spencer. And all these little things started connecting, and then we started connecting, and then we started vibing really naturally. And then Sean just kind of wanted to stay more producing and like do like his OG show and watch the football, but still be involved in helping us out because he sends us like notes. So don't think he's not involved, all right?
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
He'll be like, "Did you watch the show?" I'll be like, "Not yet, but we will, Sean. We promise." Like we're gonna go back and rewatch it. And, you know, and then, you know, and but it makes us better. It makes us better, you know, like it makes us better. It makes us think critically, and then we do become better. So I really appreciate you, Sean, because I never in my life would see myself as a Puerto Rican girl from Chicago talking football. And then because of that, we have a ladies show. You know what I mean? Like I never, and so that was kind of cool. And that's a diverse group, you know. So like it turned out really well, and I'm so happy that I got to meet you in person.
Oh yes,
and have fun and just like connect that way. Like every time our memories come off during our draft show that happened during draft bingo, like that's always a good memory because there was so much chaos.
Oh my God, that was when Shay made the appearance.
4 hours.
In the cardigan.
Yeah, that was wild.
4 hours in a bar.
But
talking football.
People stuck with our madness. Like
absolutely.
People hung out. Like that was really cool. So Sean, happy it's a birthday. I'm in the 4-0 club with you, as you know. I had months ago. So we're in the 4-0 club together, and I agree. You do feel the aches and pains a little bit more. And so, but thank you. Happy it's a birthday. I'm so happy every time I see you fly into Chicago. But I'm sorry that I'm a teacher and I can't party like a whole weekend. I'm not out every day, but then I never would have woken up on Monday. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Right.
I would have been done. I was good being done after Friday. Like I was good with that. I drank enough on Friday to last me the whole weekend. Unfortunately, most 3 out of the 4 of us know who the company I was with. So not partaking in alcohol.
Why do you think I didn't go to the Cubs game?
Exactly. You saw the pictures.
So Tina and I had fun, and we hung out on Friday, and then we just
on Saturday.
So
we're not talking about Saturday right now. Sean and I have a lot of stories about Saturday. We'll get into that some other time. Yeah. We were talking about Saturday, but I just see Ben's comment. Free Carson Wentz jersey. There you go, Sean. Want one of those, buddy?
They're giving those away, man.
Oh Lord. Anyway,
with a happy meal.
But
pretty soon we're giving away Justin Fields jerseys, man. Good.
Thank you. Well, thank you for
Sean,
joining us. I appreciate you coming on because I know you're tired, but thank you.
Oh yeah, we're good.
Birthday.
Never too tired for this.
Right, Sean. All right, buddy. So go ahead, man. We're gonna give you the floor. Anything you'd like to say to any of us or anyone watching or anything at home? It's your birthday, my brother. The floor is yours. Happy 40th. Anything you'd like to say?
Left hand. Well, not really. We got killed by the Bills. So I got my Cassius Clay shirt on because I'm the greatest. My team is not.
There you go.
But I'm
so pretty.
So pretty.
So pretty. So pretty.
No, so you guys remember what I always said was the creation of everything was the Monday night game. The Bears versus the Vikings. Cordero Patterson was playing for the Bears. Yep.
Yeah.
And we're all talking. Norm was with us, and Norm was ahead of us, so he kept telling us what was happening. We're like, "Shut up, Norm!" He kept going on with that, but that was the day I had talked to you guys about it, and at that point, it was a pipe dream. At that point, it wasn't anything. I didn't know it was going to become anything because I wasn't forced to do it. And then once Janae said, got the job in Australia, this potentially might. She said she never ever said we were ending. She always said she was going to find a way to do it, but the time difference and everything was just going to be an issue. So I said, I want to talk football. As all of you have seen, maybe to my detriment, maybe to my little annoyance, I love football in every facet of the game. I could just sit and watch football all day, every day. And we got to thank Kat, because if it was up to me, I would have been right in this seat watching multiple games of football, and I would have FaceTimed all of you from here. It's like, I love you guys, but I'm not going anywhere. I love it, but I absolutely love you guys. And the fact of the matter is, Tina, you talked about how you and I just sat next to each other. You know what I love about you, Tina? Not the last Pride Parade, but 2 Pride Parades ago, you came to Christina's place. And I was like, all right, great. She's coming. I'm going to finally get an opportunity to talk to her. I had so many ideas that me and you eventually talked about later. But then obviously, as what normally happens in these parties, somebody got sick. And then me and Kat started becoming parents. And I would run back and forth. And you were sitting on the couch. And I'd be like, Tina, I'll come back to you. Just please, just give me a second. And I never came back to you. And I remember thinking, I told Kat, I was like, damn, man, Tina's never going to talk to me again. I was like, Tina is so good at talking football, but I never going to talk to me. Next day I talked to you, said, yeah, when do you want me on? Like, you still kept it going. Tina, just like Delilah said, with the mic in front of you, put a mic in front of you, Tina, and just walk away, because you already know what's going on. You know what I mean? You had me and Will on the show just like, damn, were we good enough for her? I mean, she was killing it with all that stuff. We don't even know that. And that to me, y'all have
that's the lawyer in me. It's the you talk about your notes and you have everything. Right. Like, I was trying to find one of my notes. This was my notes from the first episode on the policy. Like, I have close to 10 pages of notes. It's the lawyer in me. Yeah. I'm prepared for those things. But
that's it. That's
so.
I mean, I appreciate the love, and I haven't forgot about you, Mr. Handy. But give me 1 second. I'm going somewhere with this. Good God. I appreciate the love, but I'm gonna be honest with you. The reason why I stepped out is because I wanted to take. Everybody knows me and all the stuff. I make sure I'm in everybody's face. I wanted to take me out so y'all could shine. Y'all have it. Nick, you're a leader. You've been doing this with your show and all that stuff for years. This was nothing. I knew you had this stuff. Delilah's a teacher, and my mother, father, grandparents, and future wife are all teachers. So I know the notes and the dedication and the research they do. But we were missing just one thing. We needed something that was going to take it over the top. Something that could, at 1 minute, be talking normally, and the next minute, whatever it was. And I didn't know what it was. I didn't know. And then one day I said, "Yo, man, let's rap, man. You a Falcons guy? I need a Falcons guy. Let's rap." That one episode, Anthony Handy, that you and I did, we did off season of 2021, I believe. It was you and myself, and we just talked. We were supposed to just talk Falcons. The first 45 minutes of the show, we talked, what was it? Savannah State, Uncle Shay Shay, college football, mini impressions, and all this stuff. The show went for 2 hours. The impact of that show has sustained this whole thing. Through that show, Kyle Gacy started watching. He goes back to the Canadians and says, I got some guys that like the Atlanta Falcons. And they talk about the Falcons. And they go back. These guys started watching us. All of a sudden, now you got Foobs, you got Alex, you got Alec, you got Johnny, you got all these guys in here. And the common thread is we love the game. We take this stuff somewhat seriously. We don't take it too seriously, but you're right. But
I'm gonna turn my microphone up. I'm gonna turn my microphone.
That's what I said. You're right. That's what I said. Not too seriously. Right.
Delilah been looking like somebody killed her dog for the whole doggone episode. You talking about you don't take it seriously? Yeah, well, we've lost 13 games in a row.
Yo, actually, Delilah, that's the next one. That's the next clip that's going out because that one, you're just like you're so calm, like you've been, and all of a sudden you're like, we just suck. Like what? Delilah, hold up, headphones. Let me put these on. Woo! But you know what? Hey, you guys are killing it. You guys are doing an amazing show. I absolutely appreciate the birthday love, but the vision that I have is so much bigger. And I couldn't have asked for 4 better people to do this. Your flow, your mesh is great. And the fact that not only do we have 4, but you have 2 women on here, that was not a mistake. That is something that we need. I have always grown up. My mother was the one that gave me the love of football. It was not my dad. Yeah. It was absolutely my mom who grew up with her dad watching football every Saturday and Sunday. So that's where the love I have. So anytime I see a woman that can talk this game and that knows her stuff, I'll put her in front of anybody, anywhere, any day, and ride with her till the wheels fall off. And y'all, you see it. You see who my road dog is Janae. She can go toe-to-toe with anybody. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, hey, all of this
That's
is just a culmination of everything that y'all do, y'all hard work and dedication. And anything I can do, I'm here, man. I love y'all.
Love you too, buddy. Thank you so much for joining us. Sean Smith, ladies and gentlemen, the big 4-0 today. The big 4-0.
I'll be watching.
All right, Sean. Thanks, brother. We love you, man. Thank you. All right, awesome.